Hey folks, how are you? I hope that glare isn't really annoying for you. Like I saw like this weird, yeah, I'm gonna tilt my body. Maybe that's better. All right, I'm gonna lean in. So hopefully it won't be too painful for you to see the glare. So I'm gonna try to make this quick. I'm here because I missed the bus. So I'm waiting a few more minutes before I can leave out and try to catch a different one. So I figured I would do this reading. I've been wanting to do it. And I haven't been having the time because I've been out in the material world. You know, part of my journey, when I went into this very, very deep spiritual space, it was really nurturing that part and just kind of chilling with that. And I detached from the material world in a lot of ways, and I'm trying to integrate. It's a little bit difficult sometimes to integrate how you change when you begin ascending and, you know, spiritual breakthroughs and trying to just go back into the everyday things that are going on outside in the world. You know, I'm like almost rediscovering my city again. So much has changed. So today I pulled a total of 4 cards for you. 3 of them are Oracle, map deck, of course, and then the other deck, Whispers of Healing. Sorry about that. There you go. But you've seen these before. And if you followed me on Facebook and you saw some of the stuff I was talking about yesterday, this reading actually falls in line with all of that. And the first deck that I pulled was in reverse, a strength card. Here's what it looked like upright, strength. But I got it in reverse from the Enchanted Map deck. And what this means is you might not be feeling that strong. Strong in yourself, in your body, in your relationships. In terms of not feeling strong in yourself, you might need to exercise. You might be feeling tired, feeling a little weak. You got to get your body moving and just become stronger physically. But as far as relationships are concerned, you might be experiencing a breakdown of some relationships. Like, we are still in Mars retrograde, and relationships are really under a microscope right now, and some might be on the brink of falling apart. And maybe that's what is supposed to happen. Maybe it's supposed to fall apart. But bonds could really be weakening between yourself and others. Also, the bond you have with yourself could be weakening too if you're not feeling strong in body and mind or spirit, and you have to restore that. Now, if you want to try to restore other relationships with other people, that is your choice. But again, with Mars retrograde, you know, you have time to think about it and consider your approach and what you want to do. There's still some weeks to make some decisions about the relationships in our lives and how we're going to handle them and to take care of it a little bit later on. But it's fine to take the time to think about it. And I think it's the perfect time to just really sit and think before taking any serious action, because the second card I got was the Goblin card. And this Goblin card means that there's some negativity that you could be experiencing, could be coming from within yourself, talking to yourself disparagingly, doubting yourself and your abilities, feeling bad about yourself, woe is me, feeling bad about your circumstances. At any rate, there is an air of just negative energy potentially around you, whether it's coming from your surroundings, whether it's coming from your internal self, whether it's coming from any insecurities you might feel because of the breakdown of relationships around you. One of the things I was mentioning on my Facebook page was the Hood Witch, who I love. She was saying in one of her recent articles that grudges formed now will take a long time to heal. So really be careful of what you say. If you're not feeling that great about yourself, it's going to be a little bit harder to be compassionate for other people. So really be mindful of what you're communicating to people. And if they've done something that you feel has affected you, bothered you, think about it for a while. You know, that's what I was talking about. I've been avoiding a lot of the very difficult relationship dynamics that's going on with a few people in my life because I don't want to come across really rude unnecessarily, and not really just kind of think about where they're coming from, or skipping over thinking of where am I going to get if I address them, approach them, what's the point. So really right now in my mind, my whole thing is, you know what, I'm just going to sit on it and chill out, or be very, very light with it. And then, you know, as we get towards the end of this Mars retrograde, then I just really decide who I'm going to continue to engage with and who I won't. And chances are I'll probably choose to not engage. That's where I am today. But again, we're still not even halfway through this Mars transit, and Mercury retrograde is coming up next week. And so I feel like for those of you who've been avoiding kind of sitting with your feelings for Mars retrograde, Mercury might slow you down some more to make sure you do it. Some of you may not even feel Mercury. That's the cool part when you start really getting into yourself and your spirituality. Some of these transits, you can kind of, you know what to do. You can kind of get through it because you're used to it, and you kind of transcend some of the effects. Those of you who kind of avoid it or feel afraid, you might have more trouble. So just take it easy and go slow. Don't make any drastic decisions or changes. Avoid it if you can. The last card that I have is the release card. And this release card is basically an extension of the Goblin card. There is negativity potentially around, and you have to clear it. Take your salt baths. Clear your energy all the ways that you've known. If you looked at a couple of my old videos, I talk about energy clearing tactics. You can use crystals. You can get into nature. Shift your energy around through yoga, stretching. Like you can literally feel energy coursing through your body when your energetic channels are all clear. When your chakras aren't completely blocked, you can feel that. And one of the easiest ways to feel crummy in your body is to not get that energy moving. So when you get up in the morning, just do some stretches. You can look up on YouTube videos of how to do just simple yoga stretches or anything that's going to get your body pumped so you can clear. It's hot for some of you. Cold showers work to clear out negative energy, but it's very important to do this because that is really could be what was weighing you down, making you feel bad about yourself, making you really sensitive to situations and circumstances around you. You know, yesterday I was feeling a little irritated for various reasons, you know, so I try to monitor my energy too and breathe it in, breathe it out, and just really come down from some of those types of feelings. Okay, and the last one I have is actually just you remember that deck we went in the challenge deck? I kind of stopped because I still wasn't able to do that one about complimenting people. I'm trying to be better in life. I'm really gonna get there. But today, this is just head massage. It's just, you know, get your temples or wherever you need, and just a few times a day, just rub that out. And that will probably just help with your tension because you might be feeling tense. I mean, look at what's happening, the transits. I'm sure there's plenty happening in the world that I deliberately avoid so I can keep my sanity. So that's what I have for you today. Thank you guys. Namaste.